What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another one. Yeah, so this video, I wasn't going to do it, but it was recommended through my Discord. And I skimmed through it a little bit to see what it was, to see if I wanted to do a reaction. And I was like recognizing some things, and there are some things that I can identify with in this video, and really only because like I don't think I've ever talked about it on this channel before, like what I went through with YouTube and like all this extra stuff, and people wonder why like I stopped being consistent at a point and like all this extra stuff and story times, and I've never really told it. Only people in my Discord or people who's really in my core community who be on the Twitch streams and all that would really know. And so I guess this channel where you guys really don't know like a lot of the reason why like I disappeared, or like a lot of the reason why like I stopped being as consistent as I once was like last year. And so once we get to that point in this video, I'll like insert my own little story time, but I'm gonna let Corey go ahead and start it off. You know what I'm saying?
My best to articulate this video. I'm gonna try my best to articulate this video as thoroughly, as plainly, as eloquently as possible. I don't want there to be any lost context. I don't want to just...
I see that persona mouse pad.
Look like I'm coming out of nowhere, having a temper tantrum because these things are happening. The allegations I am levying towards YouTube are extremely serious, and I'm taking this video extremely seriously. YouTube, you guys either play favorites, you are racist, or it's a mix of the two.
That's a bold claim.
These are the three options, YouTube. Which one is it? Here's my proof. I've been doing YouTube a long time, okay? I never want to be that guy, oh, it's because I'm black. Oh, these issues are happening because I'm black.
Right.
There have been certain situations that I looked at kind of funny. I said,
I think I remember his little brother had a video similar to this, funny enough.
It could be because of that, but nah, I ain't gonna, I'm not trying to press that. I don't want to build that narrative around my YouTube channel. This time, I can no longer let it slide. This is the situation. August 18th, I uploaded The Mortuary Assistant. A lot of you would know it got age restricted because the following video I did, I let you guys know it got age restricted. YouTube didn't tell me why. I saw that all these other YouTubers were playing The Mortuary Assistant, and only my video seemed to be age restricted. And I looked for like an hour, 2 hours. I was scrolling all different types of people's video. No one else's was age restricted. So,
all right, so I'm gonna stop that right there because I know his story about to be fire, and because he has a platform and he is who he is, people gonna listen. I think I remember him saying he has like a YouTube rep in here somewhere, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell my side and my version of like this kind of happening. So I'm gonna tell y'all, and the people who are on my Discord and the people who like my Twitch, they were like, "Oh, we already know what he's gonna say," but like I'm smiling about it now. But back in the day, it was kind of like really crushing. So back in the day, as you guys would know, like I literally was on a high horse as far as just like my channel, this channel in particular. And I say high horse as in like I was really growing at an exponential rate. Like, I mean, I was probably getting like 500 subs a day on some shit. Like I would go from like 20 to 25 to 30 to 30. It was crazy. It was madness, right? And so pretty much what happened was like, I remember I did a reaction to a EDP video when he got exposed for being exposed for the cupcakes. You know what I mean? And the video was blowing up. Like, I mean, the video, and granted, I'm not going to lie, you know, I can't compare myself to his situation because Corey, or at least it would seem like he's a very upstanding person. He doesn't curse, you know what I'm saying? Really high, strong, God-fearing man, you know what I mean? And he really is not controversial at all. You know, for me, I really can't say the same as far as just controversy or just like really stating my opinions and really being uncensored in everything that I say. And so like it is really different, but you're gonna see my point when I start to wrap up, you know, what I'm about to say. So I had made the EDP reaction, and I obviously was being funny, throwing jokes, just like everybody else though. It's not as if I was saying some things that were out of pocket or saying things that was necessarily like not nobody else said. Like I was not the only one who said these things, you know what I'm saying? Just like calling them weird, you know what I'm saying? I was like, boys, like, why is he doing this? And pretty much like that video was blowing up. Like, I mean, and I kid you not, the video had like 50,000 views in, let's say, 10 hours. And for somebody at the time, I only had like maybe 60,000 subscribers. Like, that was big. And even now, like, that to me is like huge. And so, you know, it happened, and I was like, wow, this video is really going crazy. And like, I was like, damn, like, this is crazy, right? And probably like I say, maybe right before it was about to hit 100,000 views, the video got taken down, I don't know if it got mass flagged, but it was manually taken down. It said it was manually reported by an individual. I just assumed it was EDP himself because of how big the video was. Like if you looked up EDP reaction, EDP will blah 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 blah. My video was the first one to pop up, and what happened was after I got flagged and taken down, I was like, you know what? It's fine. Maybe I was too harsh, maybe I was too toxic, whatever it may be. But what followed was unprecedented, and what followed was I had got demonetized for 9 months, and my channel was, basically shadow banned for the longest time. Something that y'all probably would have never known because I never talked about it. I mean, I did ask for help. I made a video, but I'm a little guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a big YouTuber. I don't have a YouTube rep. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't around. At that time, I was only around for maybe a year, 9 months, 7 months, 10 months, 11 months. And even now, I could say I've really only been actively around for about that amount of time, because I take breaks a lot or I just step away because I do other things outside of YouTube. And so for me, it was just a whole thing where it was like, damn, like 9 months, like that's a lot of money and that's a lot of time and effort. For the people that know and do YouTube, you would understand and you would know exactly like what I'm talking about. It's like, could you imagine 9 months of your pay, of your job just being taken away? Obviously not my main source, or it was my main source of income, but it wasn't my only source of income, but it still was a big shot to like, my life. Cause I was like, damn, like it just got, taken away. And so for me, I was like, okay, well, maybe everybody else got the same treatment, So I looked and asked around and whatever, and everybody's video was still up. Nobody else got in trouble. Nobody else was this or that. And it was only me. I was the only one who had got, seemingly punished for making a video on a guy who was doing something that was crazy. And, after that, the gag of the whole joke and the whole thing is really this. After 9 long months of not being monetized, not being paid, not getting pushed, not getting my videos recommended, and my channel essentially damn near dying, and me having to breathe air into it and revive it through consistency and just trying to make videos. And even then, you could say like it's not at the level anymore. And I'm just now starting to get back to making videos again on here. So it's like it's kind of weird. They hit me up and emailed me like and I have no screenshots because this happened a while ago. It happened a minute ago. And so, because this happened almost a year ago now. Yeah, it happened almost a year ago now. And not only at the end of the 9 months did they say, hey, listen, we reviewed everything and it's fine. You're now remonetized. Everything is cool. But in the email that when they said they were going to review everything, they said it was only going to take maximum, not minimum, maximum 3 months. And I should have probably talked about it sooner. But the type of person I am, I would just like, I guess I must have deserved it. Maybe I was just too harsh. Maybe I was just talking too much shit. You know what I mean? And it happens. But yeah, bro. And they pretty much hit me up and said, everything is fine. And, you're remonetized and now you're good. And it was like, well, damn. You pretty much put me in timeout and pretty much messed up my channel for that amount of time. And it was like no nothing. It was just, that was all it was. And like for a smaller creator, that is huge to us. It's something I would never wish that upon anybody. And so for me, it was like I was really unmotivated with the whole YouTube, and like I switched my focus towards other things, Twitch also. And I was just like, wow, like just pretty much, yeah, the whole channel was just like kaput, And at the time, like anybody could tell you, if you really watched me back in the day, I was just like up. And if that never happened, I probably would be at like 300,000 subscribers, all types of shit, just based on projections, all these other things. And like I said, that was last year now. But it is what it is, we'll get it back. We can come back to this video later on in my career and say that boy did it. But yeah, that's my story, bro. And it's unfortunate. And the fact that Corey, you're not going through something anywhere similar, because if he got demonetized, it would be way different. But, he's being targeted and it seems like nobody's coming to his help. So he has to speak up. And that's just, that sucks. So yeah, bro, that's my story. And, let's continue hearing his, but I just would like to let y'all know, my side, and everybody who was ever curious or ever wondered or ever never heard it. But, there you go.
So I appealed the restriction. Hey guys, I'm not sure why mine got age restricted. Could you look into this? Appeal rejected. They doubled down. The policy team said, no, Corey, your video is restricted for good reason. We're not going to tell you why, but it's restricted. That's our final decision. I said, okay. I get with my YouTube rep. I send him an email. Hey, could you look at this? This is some weird stuff going on. Only my video got age restricted. My YouTube rep, who isn't on the policy team, he looked at my video and he said, hey, it could possibly be this part at the end where the woman was battling some depression. And I'm just going to leave it there, lest this video also get age restricted just because I'm talking about it. So I looked at that part. The first thing I did was try to find other YouTubers who had that part, or at least a part similar. Now, Markiplier, I don't know if you'll ever see this, but I just want you to know I have a lot of respect for you, and I didn't mean to drag you into the middle of this. Your channel just happens to be a great reference point because A, you're a really big YouTuber, and B, you're not black. So I can look at your channel, and then I can look at my channel or look at anyone else's channel and make sure that the things and the games that you play, that they're enforcing the rules equally to everybody. So I go to Markiplier's Mortuary Assistant Part 3, and he had the same situation going on, and his video wasn't age restricted. So I send the video to my YouTube rep. I say, hey, Markiplier has this situation in his video, but his isn't age restricted. Could you send that to the policy team and see what they say about that? He said, wow, Corey, that's some astute detective work. Let me send this to them and see what they say. What do you think happened after that? I'll give you a second.
They should have probably taken it down, right, Corey?
They came back and they removed my age restriction. They took it off after they already rejected my appeal.
Nah, that's some wicked. That's wicked. Nah, that's pretty wicked, bro. I'm gonna keep my opinions, my harsh opinions to myself, because God forbid I get demonetized for 9 months again. But geez, that is, wow. That.
I sent them the clip of Markiplier's video that has the same thing, and they removed it. Now my YouTube rep, he was excited. He was, oh great, this is awesome. Look, Corey, they took the age restriction off. I said, why? I expected them to triple down and give Markiplier an age restriction too. But they looked at Mark's video and they used that to verify my innocence. So I send my YouTube rep a lengthy email detailing my...
Should I read this or is he going to read it? Hold on, let's see real quick.
My feelings about the entire situation, feeling like
okay, let's go back and read it real quick. This is actually pretty damning for them, and I'm inclined to believe racism and or favoritism plays a part in this, so correct me if I'm wrong. But I remember Markiplier having a similar situation where he something happened and, you know, he was like, you know, how come he got his shit taken down and I didn't get mine taken down, and they ended up taking down Markiplier's video as well. I think that's how it went. It was some situation similar to that, but it's neither here nor there. Anyways, so correct me if I'm wrong, but in this situation, YouTube reversed the decision they doubled down on yesterday after being presented by the Markiplier clip. I'm actually more surprised they reversed it rather than tripled down and just age restricted him too. This actually speaks volumes more. All the momentum of the first video has been voided for nothing now. Before I drop expose video tomorrow with the evidence that has been presented to me, I'm hoping for some clarity that might make sense in a way to dissuade me from getting ready to stir the pot further. Can you inquire as to why they changed their mind and who made the decision to enforce the age restriction yesterday, as well as their reasoning for doing so? Also, why are these incidents always coincide with me trending #1 multiple days in a row? I felt treatment towards me from YouTube, especially when I've been #1 trending multiple days in a row on multiple occasions, has been negative, that my content is scrutinized heavier than a counterpart like Multiplier. This case proves that point exactly. Why wasn't his video monitored the moment he released it to check if it violated self-harm guidelines? I've had a suspicion my content gets targeted / suppressed, and YouTube will make any attempt they can to kill channel momentum. In this case, more than anything that has happened so far proves that while I would hope race would have nothing to do with it, how can it be proven 100%? It does not. Corey, Jesus.
My feelings about the entire situation, feeling like there was some favoritism at play, there was either that or some racism at play, and that I would like to sit down with the policy team and figure out why my video was flagged in the first place. Actually, #1, was it automated or was it a human that age restricted it in the first place?
It had to be human.
Number 2, who was the human reviewer? Because it's a human reviewer once you submit an appeal.
Yep.
Who was the human reviewer that doubled down and rejected my appeal? Number 3, why did it take Markiplier's clip in order for them to reverse the decision? My YouTube rep gets back with me. He wants to hop on a call. We get on the phone for about 10, 15 minutes, and I tell him, I've been feeling like this for a long time. I've been feeling like every single time that I come back to YouTube, I'm number 1 trending for a few days, and then they find some arbitrary issue. They nitpick and they try and find something that they can incriminate me for and try to push me down. You don't believe me? What happened the last time I came back and I was number 1 trending for like a week? They copyright struck me for a video that was in 2019 or something like that. Why don't these issues ever crop up when I'm not uploading? I mean, I'm not on YouTube like 9 months out of the year. Nothing ever happens until I come back and I start uploading again, and I'm getting my numbers, they're climbing, they're exploding, I'm number 1 trending, and then they're like, hey, we need to stop him. We need to, this black man, he's getting too many views. He's getting too much exposure, too much activity. Hold that thought. Let's get back to the current situation. So my YouTube rep assures me he's going to continue this dialogue with the policy team and try to get some answers to those 3 questions that I had. So another day, another 2 days go by, and what do you know? They re-age restricted the video. They re-age restricted the video. I say, no way did they do that.
Nah,
I go to Markiplier's video
this
now,
is madness.
And now his video is age restricted.
This is madness.
They got caught with their pants down. They got called out, and then they had to go back and say, oh, whoa, okay, we see the narrative that he's kind of pushing here. We need to take some steps back. We need to just age restrict them both and be done with it. You thought that I wasn't gonna like talk about this, make a video about it? You realize how bad this looks for you, YouTube.
And they literally cannot do anything to this video, because you do anything to this video, it's up. It is up, bro. Like I said, I would usually be saying things and like, you know, criticizing, but I'm not Corey. I don't got a YouTube rep. I don't got millions and billions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, bro, until I get to that level, I'm just going to leave it alone and just let the big guys talk.
You realize how unfair this comes across. I, in all my years, have never seen a video get age restricted, de-age restricted, and then age restricted again. Have any of you ever seen that happen before? They saw that I saw that there was some unfair stuff going on, so then they tried to appease me by de-age restricting the video. I say, wait, why are you doing that? Because I sent Markiplier's clip. And then they say, oh, okay, well, let's just age restrict them both. Why is my channel so much more heavily scrutinized than my peers? My peers, and when I say peers, I mean people around my level, around my view count, just to keep it simple. Why is my channel so much more thoroughly scrutinized? Especially so when I've been number 1 trending multiple days in a row, which I've done multiple times. And every single time I start to get an uptick in traction, an uptick in activity, here comes YouTube coming through. Hey, let's get him for that video from 2019. Yeah, you see this, Corey? No, this is bad. It wasn't bad the 9 months that I was off the platform. It was only bad when I got back and I was number 1 trending. This situation was only bad because I've been number 1 trending since I got back. Every other YouTuber has uploaded the Mortuary Assistant. And now they're about to start putting in some age restrictions because I called them out on some unfair behavior. Now I realize that when you call someone a racist, that's a very, very serious accusation. And for that matter, how do you expressly prove that someone is a racist? I mean, unless they're spamming the N-word in the chat. How do you really know? And admittedly, I cannot 100% prove that race had everything to do with this. But I can tell you the people on that policy team, those shadow people that are anonymous and get to enact their will however they see fit. How can we be sure that they take a black person's video and a white...
What do you put there? What do you put there? What do you put there?
Fit? How can we be sure
It was a little text
that
was there for a second. How can we be sure that they don't do this? I meant, okay.
take a black person's video and a white person's video, and it can be the same exact video, and they restrict the black person's video, but not the white person's video. I feel I've been mistreated for a long time. I mean, even when we hit 10 million subscribers and I was supposed to get my diamond play button and there was no correspondence, these situations always coincide with an uptick of growth. And it always just comes off like we can't let this black guy get too high up. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm telling you, that's how it comes off. I don't see any other YouTuber that gets #1 trending many times and then all of a sudden they're getting age restricted and they're getting copyright strikes and all of that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Point them out. I want to see them. I'll retract this entire video. I'll make a public apology to YouTube. I have no problem. My dad taught me if you make a mistake, be a man and address it and apologize. I will do that, no problem. But to me, you know what it comes off? It comes off whenever Corey Kenshin starts doing some crazy numbers or getting on trending too much. We got to find something. We got to get him for something. He's got to have done something. I mean, I bleep out cuss words in video games. Like, I literally, this is the YouTuber that you want to have smoke with and have problems with. I believe there is some racism involved within the policy team, and YouTube in general really doesn't care about black people like that. They got their favorite creators. You know, log out of YouTube. Log out and go to YouTube. You'll see the people on the front page every single day. You'll see the favorites. Count how many are black. Count how many are of people of color. So then what does YouTube try and do? They try and peddle YouTube black. They try and give us a spotlight. Do you know how condescending and patronizing that is? Oh, yeah, let's give a spotlight to these.
Bro, like I said, I'm going to keep my strong opinions to myself. But, man, that's where I got to come to the Twitch side. That's where you know what I'm saying? But really listen to what Corey's saying, bro. Really listen.
These black creators, because we're all about diversity. All this communicates is black people aren't good enough on their own skill, on their own merits, on their own talent. So we got to give them a spotlight. We got to come down and raise them up so they can get some spotlight action. Well, how about you save all that YouTube black, all that fake patronage, all that fake pandering that you guys do. And when you have a black creator coming to you repeatedly saying, why am I being treated differently than other creators? And then you come back and, oh, we got to age restricted. And then, oh, no, we got to, he's on to us. Okay, we got to age restrict them both. Fake! It's fake. That's what it is. I am deeply sorry that this came off as a rant. You know, in the beginning, I wanted to keep my emotions out of it. I wanted to stay logical, stay on the things that I could prove. I gave you the facts, but it also turned into me venting the emotions that I've had built up around YouTube. Ironic that I have to upload this on YouTube, but where else am I going to upload it? You know, I worked hard. I built this community from the ground. It's taken me over a decade to do. And I would have just hoped that the playing field was fair and that, hey, if I did something bad, then everybody else who also did that thing should get punished too. Is that unreasonable? I have no problem being punished. I have no problem if I break a rule that I get punished for it and I learn. But when you start when it's targeted, when you're doing things only because I'm getting bigger, or I don't know how it always seems to coincide with that situation. But that's just what it is. Now, if my YouTube channel gets shadow banned or they they start not sending my videos out to my subscribers or a couple months from now, y'all just stop seeing my videos. We know why. We know why. I mean, those shadows behind the scenes, they control it all. They control all of it. If they don't want my channel, they could terminate it right now. They could hide my videos. They could shadow ban me, not send my videos out to anybody. That's why I thought long and hard before I recorded this, but as one of the biggest black creators on the platform, I want you to hear it from my mouth that there is some shady business going on behind the scenes at YouTube.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. He said it the best, bro. And with that, I'm just gonna go ahead and end the video right there because, like I said, I'm not even gonna give my input. I'm not. But I told my story. He told his, and hopefully something changes, bro. But until then, y'all stay cozy, bro. I'll see you on the next one.